الكون يا المولى العظيم، يا كريما منه قرآن كريم رتل القلب سطورا.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, أَلَمْ يَأْنِ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَن تَخْشَعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ لِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. And has not the time come for those who believe for their hearts to be affected by the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a time when I started to memorize the Quran, and I am no better than anyone sitting here memorizing the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by His fadl and His blessing, He made me want to have a zeal to want to memorize the Quran, and He guided me to everything to do with that. So He guided me to a teacher, He guided me to Arabic, He guided me to everything. And I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. Wallahi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala conceal our sins. But when you read the Quran and you read the ayah, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, guide us to the straight path. I want you to actually ponder over this ayah. It's amazing in itself. If your heart should feel something when you recite this. Because at the time when I was reciting it and I needed guidance, away from everything that bad that was going on in my life, I needed guidance. Show me the right way in everything that I do. The right way of how to be with my parents. Because many of us, if we actually look at the state of affairs to do with our parents, there's a lot of you youngsters, you need to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when it comes to your parents. Yeah? The way you talk to your mom, the way you back chat her, the way she asks you to do something so small. She carried you for 9 months in her belly. And then after she gave birth to you, and none of us will know that pain, what she went through at birth. And then on top of that, if she breastfed you, she breastfed you. And that was hard. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَوَصَيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا. And we've enjoined the man to be good to his parents. And then it mentions about the mother, how she carried you. So we should always be good to our parents. So the remembrance of Allah and the Quran should affect us, and we should always, just Surah Fatiha in itself, it should be a reflector. We should feel something when we recite Surah Fatiha. We should know every word that we're saying in it. And we should know that when we ask for this guidance, that it should affect us. And I just like to say that you can never do music, you can never love music and love the Quran. You can never. Because music, it disrupts the heart. Music disrupts the heart and it disrupts the mind. It disrupts the heart and it disrupts the mind. And anyone who's trying to memorize the Quran and listens to music, it will not work for him. Anyone who listens to music, the music will actually take over his emotions. The music will take over his emotions. There's a boy, he got stabbed 24 times where he lived. He got stabbed 24 times. And the person who stabbed him, he said, I was listening to bad drill music when I came to do the drill. So you could show that he wasn't in his right state of mind because the music was making him crazy. The music was making him majnoon. It was making him think that he's something that he's not. And when he got there, he didn't even know he stabbed him 24 times. I thought he stabbed him 3 times. Because the music twisted his mind so much that he just lost his whole mind and he just started stabbing the person, not thinking what he was doing because of the music. So the music and the Quran can't combine. Now, many people in there, maybe you're born Muslims, your parents are Muslim. Now my advice to you parents is to pay attention to your child's Quran. Do not just send him to madrasa and say, memorize Quran. When he comes home, say, what did you memorize, son? Recite it to me. Oh, do you know what this means? And tell him the story and the background of the Quran. Stories will make the child love the Quran more. Because kids love stories. Every child loves a story. So if you teach the kid the stories of the Quran and the stories behind the revelation, then he will love it more. But if you just send him to madrasa and you say, oh, you never done your Quran today, recite it to him and you beat him and not make him have love. So always make sure that kid, you always teach him the stories of the Quran. And teach him the benefit of it. Because when I got to the Quran and I started memorizing it, I said, subhanAllah, my whole life, what have I been doing? I didn't understand what my life has been like. I thought this music was so nice and this and that. Wallahi, the Quran gave me something that I've never had before. And you know what that is? Tranquility. I used to recite the Quran from South London all the way to East London to see my family. all the way from somewhere on the bus reciting, and I never got bored. Whenever I got tired a little bit, I put the headphones in, close my eyes for 5-10 minutes, wake back up, reciting the Quran, and it was just like, it was so lovely to me. And when I pray, I felt so good that I was reciting it. It felt so amazing to my heart. My heart felt something that it's never felt. I had all the money, had women, had cars, had fake friends. And I say fake friends because they're nowhere to be seen now. Fake friends, and all of them disappeared. And with the Quran, and I told you I was all by myself. So the only person I had was me, my Quran, and maybe my mum. And that's all I had. And the Quran, wallahi, it was the best companion that I had. And even to this day, I'm not trying to boast, but this is my Quran that I've had since the start of my journey. This is my Quran. Don't judge it. It's been through a lot of bags. It's been through a lot of journeys. Me and this Quran have been through a lot together. It's been there when I've been at my most lowest. It's been there when I've been at my most lowest. There was a time when, a few brothers, we got our own places and stuff, and it's lonely when you're a practicing Muslim, you haven't got a wife, and you're in your house by yourself, and you don't really watch TV, because I think the TV is just evil, so I don't watch TV. So I'm in my house. What do you do in your house if you ain't got nothing to do? Memorize the Quran. It occupied so much of my time, to the point where I never felt lonely. People phone me like, oh, you in your house by yourself again? Yeah, alhamdulillah. You're like, oh, come, let's go out. Nah, I'm alright, I've got something I've got to do. As soon as I knock off the phone, open my Quran. Every surah you can think of, I was just memorizing. And alhamdulillah, Allah made it easy for me. It's not hard. Memorizing the Quran is not hard. The hardest step is taking the first step to starting it. Once you start it and you start going through it, it becomes easy, because consistency breeds results, as I believe. So if you keep doing something consistently, eventually it will start working for you. And the Quran, when I used to recite, I used to feel peace, like I said to you. And I used to feel good. And alhamdulillah, Allah used to honor me, because I used to go to my friend's house, and he didn't know any Quran. He was a Muslim, he didn't know any Quran. So the family were like, can you recite Quran? Can you lead the salah? And I'm like, me? I've just memorized that 30 surahs. I don't feel I could do this. But alhamdulillah, I was just reciting before, so I felt a little confident on my abilities. So it honored me in their household, and everyone in the household was like, mashallah. And I was like, I don't even know that much surahs. And Allah just honored me through that. So it shows that the Quran brings honor. It brings honor and dignity. And if you try to do with music, it brings disgrace and no dignity. It brings dishonor. Because most of the things that music is going to talk about is 4 main topics. Music is going to talk about 4 main topics. This is all music is. Women, money, showing off, and drugs. Wallahi, I don't care how good they're going to make it sound. This is all music, the 4 main topics of music. And these are the 4 main doors of the shaitan.
So when I was in jail and I started reading the surahs, my next door neighbour, he used to, when you're in prison, you talk through the pipe. Oh, you next door? Yeah, what? Give me that surah. Give me that next surah. And he'd be like, right for you. So he used to write, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. That was the first one. Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq. Surah Nas. And he's writing it in English, transliterated. Yeah, you know what I mean? In English letters, but in Arabic way. So he's passing it through the pipe, he's poking it through some stick, and it comes through. And I get it, and I start to practice. Not good tajweed, which I didn't realise until I got out. I had to top up on my tajweed. That was years later. But I learned 12 surahs from my next door neighbour. 12 inside there. And I used to always read the English. Allah just let me to do it like that. So I started to realise how powerful the Quran was. And you only realise when you're in your cell, you get to focus. You know what I mean? So I was focusing on the surah. And I got to Watini was a tune. Yeah, surah Teen. وَتُرِ سِنِينَ وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ وَخَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. And the last ayat is أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَحْكَمِ الْحَاكِمِينَ. Yeah? Is not Allah the best of judges? So when I got to this ayat, I was like, wow. And I always used to pray to Allah in there 5 times a day. I was praying 5 times a day. I was trying to learn Arabic in there during this 1 year on remand. I hadn't been convicted yet. So I'm reading, this was the ayat that always touched me. I used to even recite the surah every day. And when I used to recite, I used to think about my crime, my case. And it was coming up to case time, and I said, Allah, please, if you're gonna do me for these charges, let me get done for these charges, and let me get done for what I've done. Because you said in this surah, you're the best of judges. So please let me just get done for that bit, and the other bits don't let me get done, inshallah. I said, Ameen. And I said, Allah, please let my mum be able to handle the sentence. Because when you're in prison, your parents are in prison with you. You don't understand that. But you don't understand until you're in there. But your parents are in prison. Every day coming to see you, writing you letters, they're crying when they see you. It's worse when you see them. So I started to ask Allah to make them be okay with it. Anyway, alhamdulillah, Allah let me He let me get found not guilty for 5 charges. And I got done for 1. But both my du'as got answered. I never got done for the 2 things I never done, and more. And I asked Allah to make the sentence easy for my mum. So after that year, and I got sentenced, I came out about a month later on tag. So I've done about a year. And alhamdulillah, that was a bit of my prison story. When I was inside, I met Adnan, but he was just learning, I was just learning. When we came back and met each other on the roads, which was 2 years later, because he went back in, as he said, yeah? Came back again, and I was quite strong then. But when I came out, I said, Allah, I won't sell drugs again or do robberies and all these things. So when I came out, he was coming and we met each other. Allah sent him to me, really. He sent us to each other. And I remember we started to do itikaf. We got invited by some West brothers to do itikaf. A West brother who moved to Brixton. And he said, come do itikaf. I said, what's that? The first masjid we done it was Paddington. And then we started doing it here. But we've done it for like 7 years in a row now. But we don't miss itikaf now. But one of the main reasons was because of the Quran. Again, the closeness of the Quran. And I remember on my first itikaf, I used to read a lot of small books. See all these little small books? Khushu, you know, how to pray, how to sadaqah, give sadaqah, all them little books, I just read all of them. Patience and gratitude. But everyone in itikaf was reading the Quran. Yeah? This is like 5 years ago. I'm like, how come I'm not reading the Quran now? What's going on? I could read in Arabic, but not fast. But anyway, the first day I went up to a brother called Abu Bakr, and he said to me, he started giving me loads of dalil on the Quran, that every letter is this. In Ramadan, your rewards are 70 times 2, much more, times the letter, times each letter, times this, and if you struggle, you get double, if you're struggling. So all these dalil, I'm thinking, okay, I can get millions of rewards here. And Abu Bakr was very good at talking about surahs. He'll make a surah like Surah Adiyat or Surah Qariya. He'll make me really understand it. And he used to apply it to like life, in my little words, in my way. So I'll be like, whoa, is that what Al-Qariya is about? Wow. But it started to click with the Watini was a tune, because all these surahs can apply to life. So that's what Allah started to make me realize during itikaf. And I remember I came here, so I started to try and read Quran. Next year I came here, and Adnan was trying to learn the Quran and learning, and I think he'd just gone past me, the amount of surahs. We always compete before, yeah. And then I think it was, he said, Rash, come in, listen to this. Was it Surah Qalam? He was telling me about that day. It must have been Surah Qalam, yeah? But I was like 5 surahs from Surah Qalam, yeah? It's like, oh man, I need to catch up. Or it's Surah Haqqa, one of them, many surahs, yeah. And then he broke down the story of the people of the garden. And he read it in Arabic and he said, this is this, and it related it to some real street story stuff. And I was like, oh my, I need to quickly get all these surahs so I can get to Surah Qalam. So I can memorize it. Because everyone's telling me, don't skip, Rash, don't skip, don't skip. But I'm like, bro, I have to skip, bro. I have to get to Surah Qalam. And I have to get to Surah Haqqa. Now. And alhamdulillah, I don't know how it happened, but I just done it fast. Allah just gave me the surahs fast. Every itikaf, surahs. But one thing I learned is that I wouldn't go throughout the surahs until I learned all the English words, what I'm trying to say, what I'm saying, each line, what I'm saying, and the tafsir. And that's when I realized what the Quran was. And that's when I fell in love with the Quran. It was, I think it was the second itikaf. I proper understood what the Quran is now. It's not just a book you recite. This book is the guidance for everything back. It's really that, you know. And I started to think like, all these people listen to music. I used to listen to music on these things, but this Quran is way above that. It's way far past music. Allah's given us 114 surahs. And how many albums did we used to have in our bedroom? All these Tupac, I grew up in the Tupac era, and whatever, what was it, G-Unit and all these mad rappers there. But the Quran was way above that. And the funny thing is, with Surah Fatiha, this is what made me fully understand it. I was like, once you understand Surah Fatiha, you can't get bored of the Quran. But Surah Fatiha is a surah that, when you recite, you always smiling. Because every line is so true by itself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. All praise to Allah, the Lord of everything, basically. Whatever if Allah does any madness to you, or if Allah allows things to happen to you, or any bad things happen to you in the dunya, or you go to jail for 50 years, still, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, still applies. And that's when I started to understand this Quran. This Quran is deep. It is truly the words of our Lord. And there's no man that could have written this book. No way, it's too deep. And then when I started to, mashallah, Allah sent me some good brothers, around us some good brothers that recite Quran in our area. Good teacher as well. And when you start hearing the flow, you know, the Quran's supposed to be beautified, as the hadith mentions, it's supposed to make it nice. Not singing, but make it sound nice. This how it rhymes, this how it flows, and then it says all of this. And that's how the love started to get for the Quran. And we started to just, you know, music can't even chat to this. And long time ago, I just started crushing up all these CDs, you know. And they can never compare. Even now you're in JD Sports, you hear a little tune and they're talking, the lyrics, what they're saying. It just sounds dumb. Quran is way past that.
يا إله الكون يا المولى العظيم يا كريم